I don't even think people should have like those door cams and like house,
well, the door cams are
that
asking
shit
for
in your
it.
house that's like, oh, I'm just protecting myself. Man, they're fucking spying on you, dude. And then you're just giving them all this information about your habits and your likes and your dislikes.
Smart refrigerators, inviting cameras into your own home.
The fucking things that you like really tick you off or really like make you feel passionate or like that you really love and care about. Now they know all these things, and guess what? They can use them.
Yeah, but all technology can be customized and all technology can be liberated, but you have to learn how to do it. That's it. I still think it's arguable that they are now at the... Well, everything's illegal about the war, but I think they are illegally using like the laundered tech from Claude still without telling Claude or Anthropic that they're doing it. Whereas ChatGPT... Oh, man, you want to talk about automated kill switches, mass surveillance, and Pegasus from Israel. There's no way you kill 2 Ayatollahs in less than 48 hours without having that kind of surveillance. The stuff that Anthropic was against providing.
It's like that fucking Batman movie with Heath Ledger where they were using
the very
cell
end.
phones to like make a map of the world. Like they can do that. Like literally everything that's on right now, they can make a map of it.
But what we need to do more than anything is learn programming languages to create our own AIs that are completely decentralized and completely individualized to us, and we can trust them and all that shit. And learn how to hack all systems. So my specialty, my special interest is like cyberpunk and tech. Now Charlie over here, I think we both like conspiracies, but you're the conspiracy genius, bro. So we're on the topic of Iran right now.
I don't know, man. My foreign policy is kind of like flock of seagulls. Iran's so far away.
That's not that bad.
Thank you. Okay.
I like that I built you up as the conspiracy genius, and you're like, check out this pun.
Okay, so the thing about Iran is it's the last piece of the puzzle for the Greater Israel Project. They already overthrew 6 of the 7 governments, and then one of them overthrew themselves, and they took advantage of it, and now this is the last one. I think there's a lot to do with the Phoenicians becoming this shadow society that just like has been infiltrating all these royal families throughout time. Like they started with the Egyptians, and they were like this priest class that just had these like brainwashed kings that were like inbred. Where am I going with this? But like,
see how hard it is when you have to like explain some shit.
Yeah, it's everywhere all at once. But if you follow the Phoenicians, like, all right, and then the Phoenicians during the what do they call it? The Bronze Age collapse. All right. They were the people who came, they made their way all the way to Ireland and England, and they got the iron, and thus started the Iron Age. They came back. But like the Bronze Age collapse was this Phoenician people who came back with their ships, and it's like the same people as the Vikings. If you follow the red dragon or that like red cross, that's how you find. And then they eventually became the Templars. The Templars were the first people who created banks. And then those banks became embedded into the nations, and then the nations relied on them for international trade. And basically they used this international trade, maritime law thing. And I think Iran is the last stand against it, because I think even China and Russia are just like fake enemies at this point. And everything else has been conquered by this pirate British East India, Templar, Knights of Malta, all this bullshit, like work for the same cause of, I don't know, they're probably fighting amongst each other in the middle too.
I appreciate the conspiracy. Also, I do have a question. I guess, why didn't the first regime change overthrow take, when Britain and the U.S. did it? Last time we overthrew Iranian government, it became ultra conservative, and that's why Iranian women are no longer allowed to be hot.
Yeah, we did that.
So why didn't that take? Like, why were they still like against? Why weren't they already enveloped into whatever plans we have at that point?
No, we did that to them. They were westernized to a point. Like they did have women's rights. They did have.
The conspiracy made it sound like they alone were standing against the forces.
So after Iran-Contra, right, they became ultra-conservative because we wanted them to become ultra-conservative because that laid the groundwork for this Islamic extremist thing that came later. So they had to like build that up somehow, and they funded all of these terrorist organizations.
I'm just saying, if they've been under our control since then why is the conspiracy say
because
that they're standing against us?
They aren't really.
Okay. And you're like, check out this pun. Technology can be liberated. I like they built you up as the conspiracy genius.
Governments.
That's why Iranian women are no longer allowed to be hot.